My name's Mackie, and 6 years ago, my brother convinced me to quit my job as a ballroom dance teacher and to start an online business. Go ahead and fast forward. I was able to grow that agency to over $45,000 a month, and we've since joined forces. Today, I'm currently the CEO of GymMembersNow. It's an AI agency that was just valued at over $5 million. Before I get into the main video, first things first, I'd like to show you all some proof, not to brag, but to really just show you transparency that we are who we say we are and I am who I say I am, and not just bullshitting you like a lot of the crap out on YouTube and online. We are actively operating and servicing clients right now. Earlier, I talked about Dance Students Now, so this is one of our Stripe accounts where you can see some of our studios were paying us quite a bit of money. I believe this account has just under $1 million. Our other account is just shy of $500,000. And this is obviously no longer active since joining up with my brother. And if we go over to this one, you can see that in the last 14 days, we had just under $80,000. I'll go ahead and refresh that to show you guys. Okay, so this is the last 12 weeks. We did just under $470,000. And if I do the last 12 months, we were just under $2 million. Again, this is not to brag or anything. I just want to show you all we are actively operating and who we say we are. And what I'm going to be doing in this video is really just showing you the good and the bad when it comes to pitching our services and what I do successfully and what I don't. In this specific case, I'm speaking with a gym owner who's been in business for 27 years. He works 14-hour days, has no staff, and admits that he doesn't track a single number for his KPIs or anything. He got on this call really begging me for marketing and more leads. But here's the thing. The reason we do what we do and have these in-depth conversations is I knew if I had sent him 50 leads to a guy that's already burnt out, doesn't track his numbers or have any system or processes for sales, he wouldn't only drown with all of the leads coming in, but he would think we were a bad marketing agency. So I did something not too controversial, but I told him no. I refused to sell him ads and instead really pitched him on a $1,500 consulting package to fix the broken systems first before we get into the ads. So watch how I pitch our services and frame it specific to him and the conversation that we had. Let's go ahead and dive in. All right, so we've got our call here. Again, I'm not going to show you the full sales call. I'm simply going to show you after I get all the information I believe I need in order to pitch the sale. And let's dive in.
Anyway, yeah. Well, I believe you shared a lot of good information with me because it gives me a very good understanding of where you're currently at, but ultimately where you'd like to go, which allows me to really tailor our services specific to you. And our area of expertise lies in helping studio owners, much like yourself, who might not have control over their business operations, if they're wanting to make a transition similar to you, to gain control over that, while also using the power of AI to leverage a few different modalities as well. Make sense? Yeah. And so the reasons that I'm saying we're experts here is because we own 127 locations throughout the United States as a company. So there's a mixture of Anytime Fitness, base camps, Orange Theories, and then In Motion Stretch Wellness Clubs, which are one-on-one personal stretch style training, assisted stretch, if you will. And for you specifically, it's really going to come down to three main things. We talked about the Google reviews. Other than your, organically asking your team or sending them a text to say, hey, make sure to leave us a review. That's where you got into it. However, you've been in business for 10 plus years and have 16 reviews.
Again, if you've seen any of my other videos, what I'm doing here is I'm basically tying back down what I discovered in the first part of the call and then using that as ammo to make the pitch for each thing I'm going to recommend him, which in this case is 3 of our services.
You're doing great with a 5-star average rating, but we need to get that frequency up because what that's going to do for you, lay down the foundation for your marketing process once you have the staff ready. Okay. Google's SEO algorithm takes into account not the average star rating of your Google reviews, but the frequency in which you're receiving reviews. So as long as you're generating 1 to 5 or more a month, that's going to keep you listed at a much higher listing than your competitors that might be nearby. Okay. So the way that would work is that we run a quarterly raffle. This raffle is a chance for one of your clients to win X amount of sessions for free for a month. It would have to be a 30-day period. And the reason we do that is because the AI is, we're going to take your lead membership base, put it into our AI. The AI will reach out and say, hey, you know about our quarterly raffle. It's a chance for you to win 4 sessions in the next month. All you have to do is let us know how your experience has been 1 through 5. For every single person that responds back with a 5, the AI will immediately reach back out to them with a link that directs them to your Google My Business page and makes it very easy for them to click the stars and leave a review. Okay. Any questions on that?
No, so you basically just, there's no guarantee with that person that actually did the review that they're going to win the 4 sessions, or you give an example of 4 sessions, but there's no guarantee that they're going to win the 4 sessions. It's just they're
It's an incentive.
Yeah, it's essentially review. So you don't think that the acronym isn't, they go do it by asking?
No, you can, but I'm thinking right now. So let's think in the future here when you've got 3 trainers, they're teaching the class, right? You're now not the main honcho that's been in there the whole time. you're going to want to make sure you have, and I'll get to where I'm going with this, but this system also becomes an accountability and a retention tool. And what I mean by that is that if anybody responds with 1, 2, 3, or 4, the AI will not direct them to Google. Instead, the AI will say, hey, about your experience, how can we turn that 2 into a 5? And it opens up the door for them to give some feedback, and it holds your trainers more accountable because now they know every single person that comes into class or any new body that comes in will be going through this system.
Yeah. So wait a minute. There's two stages of reviews. So they review before they direct. So Google's a review. So you're saying before they're directed to Google to give them a review, they're already given a review prior to that. So you're saying they won't be direct. AI won't direct them based on what?
Yeah. So the AI sends out a text message. What was that? Yeah. So
No, you're saying that's text message that's asking them what would they.
So the sequence of things goes about our quarterly raffle. All you have to do is let us know what your experience has been like, 1 through 5. Based on the numerical number, we're only trying to get 5 stars. So if they reply back with a 5, that lets the AI know, okay, send them to Google.
Okay, so there's 2 stages of review. Okay, yeah.
And then the other stage is that part where it's anyone that does 1, 2, 3, or 4, rather than sending them to Google, the AI says, hey, your experience, what could we have done differently to turn that into there? The other level or stages that go on with this, you do organic posts on Facebook or Instagram stories whenever you feel like you need to. What we're going to do for you, time somebody leaves a review, we will automatically post those reviews to your Facebook profile and your Instagram business page. The reason we do that is because we want to make sure if you've got all these wonderful reviews that they're broadcasted on as many platforms as possible, because at the time when you're ready to run paid ads, that's going to make your paid ads perform at a much higher rate because people are going to see the proof of concept. Make sense?
Right. Yeah,
the other
sense. How do they tie into the post though? I mean, how do they? Because if I get a paid ad, people are going to click on something and it goes to the social media, and then
I'll fill out based on the data that we've been able to collect. So 70 to 80% of consumers make their purchasing decision based off of Google reviews alone. And then about 65% of people that sign up on ads on Facebook usually check out the Facebook business page or the profile on Instagram. Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So now if they check out your Facebook page, they're going to see testimonial, 5-star, and then one of those things might resonate with them, which might help them, close or convert over for you. Right. The other thing we do is, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I'll say the other thing we do with our AI is we'll respond to every review for you that's positive. So if it's a negative review or a bad review, we will ask you to do that, but the AI does have the ability to reply to the reviews on Google for you. The reason for that, the algorithm not only likes to see clients leaving reviews, but the business responding to every single review, which again helps with your listing.
I like that.
And that's one of those things which is very easy to fall through the cracks. You got a lot on your plate, like you said. So it's like, well, I didn't have time to think about that, but
something like that, I was asking before when I first got on the phone with you, I was like, AI is kind of scary, but the thing is, I still want it to feel organic. AI is good. I give them that. I don't want to, like my client, like especially someone that I just told you I had a client who have, whose child passed and whatnot. They go online and the relationship that this trainer has established with this client, and they go online, they write a review, and I want that person to get the feel that I'm the one, the person that you just went through this traumatic experience with. I'm the one that responded to, that's a harsh example because, but understand about the relationship that's developed between the personal trainer and his client. And then if the client goes on and gives a review for you, I just wanted to feel like it's something that's authentic, a little bit personal and not something that's AI generated. It's like, oh man, you didn't write this. That's not you.
AI is going to take over, buddy. Get with the program.
And we set up like a prompt where it says, hey, please go respond to it. Or, something along those lines. But this is an example of an active client of ours, and this is one of the AI responses, if you can see that.
Let's see.
If you're on your phone, you might be able to flip it sideways and then make it better. Yeah, but it says, thank you for your wonderful review, Alyssa. We're delighted to hear that our staff and classes have made such positive impact on your yoga experience. It's great to know that the emotional support and physical challenges resonate with you. We appreciate your recommendation and look forward to continuing to provide a welcoming space for you to practice. So they're actually pretty decent. When it comes to that,
they're spot on. It's almost too perfect. Like, yeah, I get it. They're really good. I mean, that's when I want to wake up like a showroom. Yeah, it's really good. I mean, it's the perfect response. It's the perfect response, but
so I guess it really definitely works. Yeah, to your question, it happens to be where it sounds like genuine and not extremely genuine, but not genuine. Right?
So we work with TL. So
can you hear me okay?
Can you
hear me? Oh, hello. Did I freeze?
No.
I think I lost you there.
All right, hold up.
Oops, no, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you see me?
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to fall sideways and I lost you, so I think I got my head put it back up right. For some reason, I can't rotate the phone.
No worries. So again, what we talked about right now, this also peace of mind. This runs in the background, hands-free from you and the team at no extra time investment on your end. But what it does for you is it's going to slowly build up that foundation, get your Google review frequency up to where you're getting more reviews, but consistently getting them. And then also tapping into the next piece, which I did not talk about. So you talked about referrals and how that's been really word of mouth, the way that you've grown your business. Well, I asked you a question where I said, don't you think it'd be a good time to get referrals once people leave you a review? So what we're going to do for you, the person that leaves that review, the AI reaches back out to them and says, hey, your kind words. By the way, if you have any friends or family that would like to come in and try a class for free or try a session, go ahead and text them this link. And for every person that signs up, I'll put your name in the raffle a few more times. And so we're giving them a very easy way for them to take a link to sign up and turn into a referral.
Yeah. Do we ever make good on that promise? Or is that just a lie?
No, yeah, you do. We recommend using a random name generator or with you as far as you know your clients very, very intimately. So if you know that maybe somebody got hit financially hard, you could handpick who you would like to win the sessions or whatever it is, or you can do what another majority of our clients just do, the random name
You
generator.
guys ever have something like congratulations to blah 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 for and something suggested just to letting people know that it is something that can be attained, like it's not some big, whatever, but it's like, oh, congratulations to Sarah for winning the raffle on blah blah blah. So I don't know, maybe anyway, that's the road. Okay, yeah.
So those are that's the first thing that I would recommend for you is getting that implemented, because again, at a high level and a bigger, grander picture, once you get to that transitionary period, is going to have you set for success without having a huge influx of leads coming in that blows off your studio space right now, and just consistently is dripping these people in for you while also working on getting your website leads in.
Yeah, this is based all on reviews. So this seems like the system is grounded in functions off reviews. So if I make so I got 40 clients. I'm at 16 reviews right now, so I guess that's leaving me about 24, whatever. So it's like
that's why I was asking you, Corey, about your database, because even if you have past clients that you've worked with, unless you know for a fact you've got some that we don't want to hit up, we can still reach out to them and say, hey, you worked with us before. We hope you're doing well, and I wanted to see what your experience was, 1 through 5. And for every person that does this, you'll get your name into the raffle.
okay, so I can handpick the people from the database probably.
Yeah, I would definitely say if you've got some, do not contact me.
Yeah, I don't know, yeah, some people I don't remember, they were here for, it's over 15 years. So you go back to year 1, 15, and it's like, I don't remember, who was here 6 months ago. It's like, it's like, it's hard to remember who these people are. And it's like, I guess you do have that first stage of people asking them or how they feel before you send it to Google. Anyway, Google won't even send them. They won't even send them to Google if they give you a low rating. So I guess it won't matter too much. They're all getting the text message. So you said text message, right? Or you send them to email. Is it email or text?
Text message. Based on all the data that we've collected, like 1.5 to 3% response rate. Text messaging is doing better at response rates than even phone calls.
Yeah, it is. I just feel like when I first started with text messages, people just is like, your text is your phone number is like you're so private. Like I feel like emails are reserved for like marketing people that you don't know. I want some random person to text me, how do you get my number? Why are you texting me? This is my personal number. And then people started texting, but it's becoming more popular. But at first, when it first came out, I was like, you can't advertise text messages. That's personal. That's like professional. It's kind of really more.
Yeah, it's definitely a transition, which brings me to my second point for you, Corey. So earlier on the call, you talked about how staffing is a big problem. It's not necessarily you wanting to grow the business more right now. You're pretty happy with where it's at, but you want the idea of having a successful turnkey small group training program, right?
Yeah.
And you don't have that. Okay. And so what we would be able to do for you is we've got 2 coaches on our team. They're both multi-club owners, and their focus is small group fitness training classes. And so what they would be able to do for you is essentially save you the time and effort of trial and error and give you the roadmap to not only be successful with this, but also the sales process to help out with your 21-year-old trainer. He would be able to go through some coaching and sales training for the development. That way you don't have to spend your time doing that, and then potentially have him be in a sales role if you think he'd be a good fit.
Like selling memberships type deal?
No, just, if he's getting on the phone, like say you start running paid ads for personal training or for the small group, like transformation program for the small group training, he will need to have a sales process if people are coming in and you're not closing them on the phone, right?
Right.
And that's something that we've been able to do with a lot of our clients. Walk their team, first of all, inspect what their sales process looks like. If they need a lot of help, then we'll help them out. If they don't, then it's just having that fresh look or a third perspective, taking a look in the business and seeing what you could optimize to be more successful.
So you're talking about small group personal training, or are you talking about like the large group personal training? Or I'm sorry, large group training?
Yeah, small group anywhere from like 5 to 8 is the small group.
Is a small group? And are you charging like a monthly, or I'm talking about, is that so what?
Some do weekly, some of them do bi-weekly.
Okay.
Monthly if they'd like to.
But my small group right now is anywhere from 3 to 5. You understand? So just keep that the ratio between the trainer and the client really truly personal, so you can be able to call it personal. You just call small group training. That can be a separate class, and that one runs on like you're saying weekly. Or I was running mine monthly. But is that something like the same? I'm trying to picture another gym. What would be a good example of size class or size program? Is there any gyms that are existing right now?
So we got a boutique client we just signed up. It's got the electro vest. That's that whole workout. It's get a 60-minute workout in 20 minutes with the shockwave jacket, but he only does 2 to 5 in his small group training.
Okay. All right. So this is probably something that's going to be customized, something like that, because I don't know, you see Orange Theories, you see all the big, when you say group, people think, okay, I can get 10 people. You see the very boot camps. These are all massive classes. Like, yeah, 20, 30, 15. So we say group training. There's that group, and then there's small group. Small group is not very, you don't see a lot of franchise gyms out there running, small groups, 5 to 8 classes,
small group,
type things. These are boutiques, like you're saying. And yeah, so the workouts want to be customized according to that class size. It might not be bad. It might not be bad because these workouts are they're like personal training, and they really can't handle high volume, a lot of people just because of the type of exercises they're involved. So yeah, okay.
Yeah, and the whole reason for this of everything you've shared, right? You've had a little bit of staffing issues, so they can give you their perspective on what they did successfully when it came to hiring and paying staff. But you also talked about how you're wanting to do this transition piece in your business where you're not necessarily you're not living at the studio, but you're working at the studio when you want to, right? And Chad and Brandon will be able to give you those tools and resources and that accountability to achieve those goals you're wanting to achieve.
Right.
Instead of you trying to do, okay, let me try this out, let me try that out. Am I watching my numbers over here? We're going to be able to be your partner and help you get to that success that you would like to see.
Yeah. Sounds expensive.
Well, finances aside, Corey, just in terms of the 2 things I laid out for you, how do you feel?
It sounds great, but at the same time, it has sounds like exactly what I'm looking for. If you guys said you can help me do those things, again, it's almost like, again, I guess I have to look at the whole thing. even the finances. I mean, yeah, I wish I could say finances aside. Finances are obviously it's got to be something that is considered worth it. It's worth it to invest in. Something. Is it going to be truly an investment? Is this investment going to have an ROI, good ROI? So looking at that and saying, okay, what's the probability? What's the turnaround? Is it going to really happen? Could it really happen? When is it going to happen? And is it worth it? So I mean, I'd have to consider finances too. But it sounds great, man. It really does. It sounds like exactly what I need. So it's definitely worth it. I give some serious thought to it, and serious consideration on doing it. But again, can't break myself at the same time. So yeah, see how that took. It's just be here. It's the 5,000. My next year's $5,000. And mortgage and stuff like that, and another rental property. So it's a lot. Utilities and just I'm a small person. So.
Right. Well, where you're currently at right now, how sustainable is that if you were to keep it on the current path?
Well, I mean, I'm working like a dog, man. It's like it's sustainable, but it's like I don't want to keep working like this. I mean, I could sustain it if I want to keep working, 14-hour days for the next 10 years. So, I mean, but I don't. I want to work 4 or 5 hours a day, and check on the gym and run a couple classes in the morning, a couple in the afternoon, evening, check on the gym, go to the bank, sit. Oh, it's 3 days to prepare. I feel like I earned it, man. I feel like at this time, I feel like I earned it. Even though the bank might not show it, I've made some accomplishments, I've done things over my time, and I definitely earned the right to be able to do it. So I'm probably I'm a premier trainer in my area. I've seen this there. I was here when personal training was even around. I was one of the first, not the first studio, personal training studio in this area back in 2005. So I've seen trainers come up, I've seen them come down, but I've seen people go all around me. But I've been here through it all, even through the pandemic. So that's it. So
Still stay out.
So I got a solid foundation, man. But it's been all me. People don't probably leave. It's not like they're buying Corey.
Well, I believe there's a reason we got on the call today. We would be able to give you the tools and resources, and the reason I'm so confident in that is because there's a reason my partners got into 127 locations throughout the United States, and then Brandon and Chad are both multi-location fitness owners. They know what works because they've been through the they went through the meat grinder and came out swinging still.
I want someone you can through what I'm going through and made that transition. That's what I'm looking for. And I know there's trainers out there that are doing it. I mean, I see people that I don't know how they do it, man. It's like, what's going on doing wrong? I got trainers under me that used to work under me that have gone on and opened up their own studio. Now they got 3 or 4 trainers working for them. I'm like, how?
There's a reason people hire consulting companies, right? You're in the day to day. You've already said it multiple times. You're doing everything. So we only have so much brain capacity to distribute throughout the day. And so if you're focusing more on because I mean, man, your personal training, you got to be on it. You got to be in with your client. That's a taxing feeling. So some of these other things, it's easy for them to fall through the wayside, which is where we each really come in and where we excel at, is to be that soundboard for you and to make sure that if something falls through the cracks, we're like, hey, it's done yet? Do we have the numbers? All right, well, let's try and do it today. So there's a little bit of accountability as well. So it's not going to feel like you're in this alone, like it might have felt previously.
Yeah. Thought I knew it all, man. I went to business school, I went to Lake Forest College. It's a pretty reputable college down here. Lake Forest College in Illinois here. It's just like, it's a very good school here. And I got pretty education. I thought I was going to business school. I mean, I studied advertising, marketing, statistics. I did it all. I thought I knew about business. I thought, and I was like, if you asked me if I knew business, I would tell you I know business. Didn't work.
I guess college degrees aren't all they cracked up to be, huh?
But it's like, I don't know. It's like, I think I still do, but I think it's more like what you said. It's more about me. I'm not like at the end of the day when I'm done training, the last thing I want to do is sit down and try to figure out some things I want to break. I want to rest. So he's like, so I know at some point I'm going to get some help here. And I'm sad about the fact that it took me so long.
Well, we're here now. Can't dwell past all that much, my friend. So the fact of the matter is we're here now. We had that conversation. If you were ready to get started with us, the way it would work is that I would just send over the agreement. We'd stay on Zoom. It's a 1-page agreement. If you have any questions, I'd be able to answer those for you. We would then process the payment and make sure we get your onboarding scheduled as soon as possible. Once that happens, you'd receive a few welcome emails from us. One of them would be a business assessment form, which you would fill out before the onboarding. That way, one of our coaches would be able to review it before the call. We'll dive on into things and then immediately begin the consulting piece, where we're really trying to inspect your business at a deeper level than what we did today. And then what are the ultimate goals you're wanting to achieve in terms of your small group training sessions? Are you wanting to focus 2 to 5 at the most? Or what class schedule do you want to set up? What's the pricing structure? When you bring on staff, the benefits of doing a contracted, trainer versus an employee trainer. There's different things that we'd be able to help walk you through, see what you've done in the past and what you could do in the future to ultimately get you to that point where you don't feel like you're working like a dog. All right. So the initial investment, go ahead. It's a monthly.
Now, so should I secure training first? Before I mean, it seems silly, like you were saying before, like even you said, it's like, hey guys, the trainers on first, like to sign up for something like this, it really gets the ball rolling in terms of like getting people to the door. And
we're not focusing on getting people to the door right now, right? No. So the focus for you, Corey, the trainers are off right now. Right now, for you specifically, you need to have this business consulting, the coaching, and it's just the full service of it. Whether it's just getting you've been working like a dog for how long now?
I don't know, my whole life.
Okay, so right now, the reason that working with a coach would be beneficial for you, Corey, is because it's going to be that fresh perspective and insight into your business that you've replayed probably.
What I wish I said there, you all, is you've been doing this for 14 years and it's the same broken record. And then just shut up and paused and see what he said. But I was a little nice.
1,001 times in your head, and maybe you've seen some things that you just keep glancing over, right? It's very easy to do that, especially when you're the head operator.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. So I guess I need a little bit more on the black and white, telling me exactly what to expect. So you're talking about all the stuff with the reviews. That's separate from consulting.
Nope, we're gonna bundle that in there with you because again, with the reviews and referrals, that's hands free from you. That's very hands off. You don't need to. You give us the list, we'll plug it into the AI, let the AI work for you. You don't need to touch a darn thing unless you're wanting to reply to the reviews on your own.
No.
And then the referrals. So that's all going to be operating on its own. The coaching site, do a big inspection into your business, where you're currently at, and how do we get in the business, but more working on the business to free up some of his time so he can enjoy his life. Is where we want to take it. And so this is where we'll give you the roadmap that you lay out. What do we have in month 1, month 2, month 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way throughout the year until you reach those goals.
Okay. All right. What's it cost?
Yep. So we are a month-to-month service. There's no long-term commitments. Although we ask that if you do need to discontinue, just give us a 30-day heads up. That way we can tie things off. The initial investment out of working in the studio like this and freeing up some of your time so you can still enjoy the passion of this, but also have a profitable business is $1,500 a month.
Okay. All right. And then we get to work on it. Not bad. We get working on this right away. Or what do you get for that? I mean, do you use it daily? Is it weekly? Is it?
Yeah. So there's several different, there's daily group sessions that are on, and then you get the one-on-one hour sessions each week.
All right. The daily. What do you mean? That's the daily group sessions?
Yeah, if you got the time available, you can go jump in. It's a community side of things where you can see other clients of ours that are sharing their experiences, going through the same similar process and what they've done. So it becomes more of a hive mind on what some of them have maybe tried that has worked differently than others.
Okay. All right, I'm down for it. Trying to see how it goes.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and send the agreement over, and then we'll take a look at the schedule
All
to
right,
get you
we
scheduled for your
will
onboard.
skip through some of this stuff.
Yeah, my poor dog, man. He does not like storms, and we're about to get hit pretty bad here.
You're in Kentucky, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Kentucky. I've never been there. I've never driven through it. I'm from.
Let's see.
Never
All right,
been to-
154.
That. I don't have to go.
So-
We'll see.
Yep. And I'll send you another invoice for whenever you get the other card. That's tonight or again tomorrow on the onboarding, but you will be receiving those welcome emails. Once you do get them, please do take the time to fill out that business assessment form as soon as possible. That way, Brandon can start reviewing, and then you all can hit the ground running on tomorrow.
So the business assessment coming over today. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna push this through here once we get off the call, and then within the next, let's say, 10 to 30 minutes or so, you'll be receiving an email from our team.
Let's see.
All right. Any questions for me, sir? Welcome to the team.
Yeah. Well,
All right. Well, there you guys have it. So he did pay through Bank ACH to save on the processing fees there. But again, you all, this could have done a few things differently there. It was a little bit of a different situation from our normal sales pitch because this gentleman definitely did not need any more leads coming in from paid ads. He needed to get more of the processes and systems down for him to be an actual owner operator. So if you're interested in starting your own online business or have an AI agency that you'd like to polish up and take to the next level, make sure to check the description. There's a link in there where you can book a call with my brother and our team. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know how these are going, you all. This is my first time doing YouTube. Again, just showing you all the raw, real life stuff that happens, and this is what we do on a day-to-day basis, and have a lot of fun doing it. So I'll see you guys in the next one.